it's me again, Charisma from Charisma's Corner in the Little Pink Barn. And I am here today. We're going to discuss Star Path and the quick and easy way to make this, again, fat quarter friendly pattern. I just can't seem to get away from those. Stars, flying geese, all the good things. So it's probably a review of other techniques that we've used before, but this is just a long-standing design that I've had published for quite some time. We've done it so long. I've made several samples of these. I've seen it in Christmas and blue and white, and I've seen it in, well, the cover is gingham. I did it in a bunch of different ginghams with a gray background. This one happens to be a line from Free Spirit. It's Tim Holtz Cracked Shadow line. It's a basics line, and it worked up really well with that, with the light blue background. And what I really loved about this one was just the white out stars. So as a long arm quilter, I love negative space. I love when I get to fill those with something fantastic. But typically when I'm making samples, I don't have a lot of time to custom quilt those. But if this were my own quilt, I would totally be filling those white stars with something pretty dynamic and making them stand out. And that is what I love, when I can create negative space within a design. And that white star is sort of unexpected because we don't see that very often. But it also looks like Christmas garland. I had kind of thought about that when I was making this design, and so you can think about that, the different ways you can do that. But that white star is also a really great place to put a focus fabric. So if you were making this for like a little girl's room or a little boy's room, you could find that novelty fabric, maybe unicorns or rainbows or stars or space, whatever the theme is, and make that work. And I love when a design can be versatile and showcase those fabrics that we all love and collect. So again, the link for the pattern will be down below in the description box, and let's get started because this is going to go pretty quickly and you're going to love this way of making these blocks. So we're going to be doing the same technique for both blocks. We're making the magic flying geese, or the no waste flying geese method. So when you're cutting your squares in the pattern, you're going to have a variety of colors. I just have the orange here to represent the flying geese in the flying geese block, and then we'll have a white star with an orange background. When we are making our flying geese, we'll make a variety of colors, and then you mix them all up for your block. I'm just going to have 4 flying geese that I will put into the block just to demonstrate the block for today's purposes. So let's get started. We're going to start with our gray background squares, and we're just going to go ahead and line them up like this. We want our line to match up. These will overlap right here in the middle, and we're going to sew on both sides of this line that we've marked, and we're going to do that right now. Okay, now that we've done that, we have our ruler here, and we're just going to go ahead and cut on that line that we marked. Now we have 2 pieces here, and we're going to go ahead and press that open until we have this sort of heart. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and line this up in the corner, and we want that dark line to go ahead and overlap here, and we're going to sew on both sides of this dark line on both of these. now we're going to go ahead and cut on that marked line. And now we have 4 flying geese with our gray background color. Isn't that magical? We'll go ahead and press those. Okay, and then we'll set this aside, and then we're going to do the same exact thing with our white background and our orange square. Okay, and then literally all we have to do with our flying geese block is to sew 4 flying geese together, and then we're sewing our strips on the side of that block. So we'll go ahead and sew these in pairs, and I usually clip those dog ears, but I'm just going to go with it today. Our 4 flying geese, and I'm going to go ahead and press that, and then we're going to go ahead and sew our border strips on. Okay, and look at that. We have 4 flying geese. That's 1 whole block. And you can see how fast that goes together. I swear it takes more time to cut most of these patterns out than it does to actually sew them. So the other thing that we have to do are half square triangles for the corners of each of the star block. I have 2 of them done, but you have the measurements in your pattern, and I've just marked the line, and then we're just going to sew on either side of on both sides of that line. Okay, now we're just going to cut on that straight line that we've marked. Now we're just going to press those open. And now we can lay out how this block goes together with our center white square. We have our star points here. And then we have our half square triangles that go in here to frame in that star. And that's how that goes together. So we'll go ahead and start sewing these units together. And now we're just going to go ahead and press these, and then we can sew our block together. I'm pressing these out, and then I'll press this one in. Look at that, our little star path block. So let's go ahead and press that. And here is that star block. I just love the way this comes together. Look at those two blocks. One block, two block. Yay! So, thank you for joining me today for Star Path. It's another fat quarter friendly pattern. I hope if you make it that you'll share it with me at #charismascorner.com, Charisma Horton Designs, any of those hashtag Star Path Quilt, Star Path Quilt Pattern. It's all there and you can find me on all of the socials. So until next time, bye.